think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No.
XXXTentacion was shot and murdered at the age of 20. But was it a planned hit or just a failed robbery? Conspiracies point at a slew of celebrities being linked. Some even believe that Drake revealed his involvement in lyrics, and now he's being given the ultimatum to do a deposition or appear in court. The call comes from the attorney of one of the suspects on trial for first-degree murder who believes Drake is connected. But why? Let's explore the case.
Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No.
Robert Allen, a defendant in the case of X's murder, entered a plea deal, testifying against his 3 co-defendants and shed new, shocking, disturbing, and traumatizing light on the events. Be cautioned for what you're about to hear.
I see you grabbing the bag, shots are fired.
Who shoots the shots that are fired?
Michael Boatwright.
And who does he shoot?
XXX.
On June 18th at 3:30 p.m. 2018, XXXTentacion arrived at a car dealership with a bag in hand like any other day, perhaps to spend some well-earned cash. A minute later, the suspects arrived at the scene, entered the store, and walked past the rapper. One was Allen, who didn't think he was noticed. It would later be known that this was them planning their next move. They went to the back of the store where one defendant, Robert Allen, attempted to call Michael Boatwright, but couldn't reach him.
I'm walking up trying to call Michael Boatwright.
When you say tried, what do you mean you tried?
It's believed in this time frame he was buying a black ski mask, according to testimony.
Were masks actually purchased?
Yes.
By who?
Asia.
Do you know what kind of mask?
Black mask.
The group would then meet in the car.
I knew it was a great chance we were going to be caught.
X was getting ready to leave the motorsports dealership located in Deerfield Beach, South Florida. As the rapper stops his car, the defendants jump out at him, holding what some have said to be an assault rifle. XXXTentacion's friend flees the scene, but the rapper stays. Investigators believe the group threatened and robbed X, which then led to the struggle. These would be XXXTentacion's final moments. 4 men would later be arrested and face charges: Michael Boatwright, Trayvon Newsom, Dedrick Williams, and Robert Allen. With Robert Allen's entering the plea deal, in his testimony he noticed all the cameras and thought it was a bad idea.
I tell them, I don't think that's a good idea because I just wanted on camera.
So where does Drake fit into this? On January 11th, the attorneys for 3 suspects in the murder of XXXTentacion, real name Jocelyn Onfroy, appeared in court. The attorney for Williams called for Drake to submit a deposition as he believes that the rapper is connected to the killing of XXXTentacion.
Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No.
On January 27th, the rapper failed to appear for his scheduled deposition, sparking fierce speculation. He's now been ordered to appear for a deposition on the 24th of February, or the court will have to decide whether he should be held in contempt of court. In 2017, Drake and rapper XXXTentacion had a beef.
They were saying that Drake was biting your style.
You could take his verse, like they did a mashup. They put his verse on my song, and the cadence is literally just at the same tempo.
And debatably, threatening him if he was to come to Florida by tweeting, "I slap, don't come to Florida." X would go on a Twitter barrage aimed at Drake, claiming he copied other artists for tunes such as Hotline Bling and himself for God's Plan. Drake's never formally responded to that. However, speculations have claimed that some Drake songs have lyrics suggesting his involvement in the murder. In Drake's song called I'm Upset, released in 2018, he said,
SMS XXX, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck.
With SMS claimed to be an acronym for Send My Shooters, and X was shot below the neck. The lyrics then go on to say,
Why you keep on shooting if you know that they're dead?
X was shot several times and finally
50,000 on my head is disrespect.
Which is what court documents revealed to be in the bag X was holding, which he was allegedly going to gift artist Trippie Redd. This would be what the thieves would end up taking, some believing this is his way of saying that he orchestrated the murder. Arguably, these lyrics could be unrelated and just Drake speaking figuratively. In the song On BS, some have also speculated that Drake's lyrics spell out XXX in Roman numerals.
Maybe I should do a 20. Maybe I should break that 20, do a 10.
If you split 20 in Roman numerals, you get XX. Then Drake says,
And maybe I should break that 10, do a 5. Then if it gets live, do a 5 again.
if we then have another 5 and add another 5, we get an X. If you put those three together, you get XXX. The lyric then follows by saying,
If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again.
again, this could be in reference to when XXXTentacion went live and said,
Y'all gotta do me a favor. At Drake and say X like his pudding tapioca.
X would also go on to say on social media back in 2018 that if anyone tries to kill me, it was Drake. I'm snitching right now, but he would go on to delete that post.
And try to sacrifice me.
Prosecutors have never directly claimed that Drake was involved in the death. Mauricio Padilla, the defense attorney of one of the suspects, Dedrick Williams, has inserted Drake's feud with X as a possible alternative theory to the murder. He tried to subpoena Drake for a deposition at the end of January 2023, claiming that Drake was properly served, but Drake failed to show up. Therefore, he was gone on to petition for an order to show cause, which the judge granted. Obtained by Rolling Stone, the order says that Drake needs to appear for a deposition or he must come to court on February 27th, and the jury will get to decide why he should not be held in contempt. According to the Rolling Stone article, Drake's team declined to comment.
I still think Drake, like, I think he's not a man. I think that's a move.
What do you think? Like and follow for more true stories.